Salesforce for beginners. Today I'm going to show you how to create a custom object and associate it with an account. Say you've been tasked with trying to find out how many referrals a specific account has. The best way to do that would be to create a custom object and link it to the account in a master detail relationship. This is pretty straightforward, so we're just going to go right over into Setup. Create objects, and we're going to say new custom object. First off, we have to name our object, so we'll just call it referrals. We need to give it a plural label, so we'll just go ahead and say label is referral, plural label is referrals. Down here is where you have the record name. I typically like to keep this pretty simple. It gives the default of referrals name. I'll just call it referrals. And then the data type, you can have text and or auto number. I typically like to choose auto number because that way a user doesn't actually have to enter in any text. If you have it, leave it as text, what will happen is usually will be forced to enter in information there, which is usually meaningless. So we'll just choose auto number. And I'll just say ref dash. What I typically do is just copy that, ref that, and we'll do starting number 001. Now on all your custom objects, I typically like to allow reports. On this one we won't really allow activities, but we will track field history so that way we can see who's made any changes to our referrals. Down here under deployment status, if you just want to have this and work on it as an admin, a lot of times you can just leave it in development, but just be sure to change it to deployed after you're done. And then the object creation options is basically if you want to add notes or launch a new custom tab. We'll go ahead and launch a new custom tab. So now we're going to have our little tab style. Here's our selector. And I'll just pick the building block. Here's where you can determine whether or not this custom object is available to all of your users. If you change this to default on, it will be on for everyone in your organization. If you have default off, it will still be on for everyone in your organization, but it won't show up here in their top line. They'll actually have to add that. And if you choose tab hidden, that's going to be that no one in your organization is going to be able to see this. Also, if you like, you can do this on apply different tab for each profile. So say if only a certain profile needs to see this, then you'll be able to change it based on which specific profile. For this example, we'll just leave it on for everyone. Hit next. And then now it says, okay, which tab do you want to include this in? So we'll go ahead and leave it on all of them. And then now you'll see our new referrals custom object. However, as of now, it's not really related to anything. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how you can go ahead and relate it to your accounts object. So I've navigated to my referral custom object. And the first thing I want to do is make a relationship to the account. And for this one, I'm going to choose a master detail relationship. The reason I'm choosing a master detail is because once this is enabled and users start entering this information, I'll be able to use what's called a roll-up summary field on my account level, and then it'll make it very easy for me in reports to be able to track how many referrals a specific account has given. So we're going to choose the account object. And we'll say child records can be reparented to other parent records after they are created. The reason I'll do that is sometimes a certain account may go inactive, or they may change names, or you may merge accounts, and you may want to move those records over to another account, those referrals. Next, we're going to go to Did Security and say, okay, this field is visible for everyone. Now it says, do I want to add this to the referral layout? I'll say yes. And then here it asks me if I want to add referrals to the related list of the account. And for this specific instance, I definitely do, because it's the way that our users are going to be able to enter the information. So I'll hit save. So now I've created this object that allows me to associate referrals to an account. However, I also want to make sure I have a lookup field that will allow me to track a specific contact who the account actually referred. So here I'll choose New. I'll use lookup relationship. I'm going to choose the contact record. Select Next. Here's my field level security. I'm just going to leave the defaults intact. And then now do I want to add this to referrals layout? Yes. And then here I can put this related list also on the contacts layout. So I'll go ahead and put this down here, and we'll call this referred by. Let's go try it out and see how it works.